This video is going to show how to navigate the Units of Study platform for general teachers. Let's begin with how to access the platform. There are two ways to gain access. The first way to access the platform is if you are in the district or on the network. You can open the platform by double-clicking on the Units of Study icon found on the desktop. If you are not on the network, maybe at home, you can still access the platform. You need to go to the JUSD webpage, click on My JUSD and sign in. Then you will choose Departments and then choose Common Core Database, and then you will be able to access the platform. Once the platform is open, you will see the landing page. This page has a little introduction with all the grades or subjects listed along the left side of the page. If you are a secondary teacher, you will select Secondary Math or Secondary ELA. Then you will need to select which subject for math or grade for ELA you teach. For our video today, we will be using 6th grade to navigate through and demonstrate the important features the platform has to offer. Once we click on 6th grade, we are taken to the landing page for that grade level. On this page, we see announcements along the top. Instructional coaches will be adding new announcements as the year progresses. On the right side of the announcements, we can see the date and time the announcement was added. Under Announcements, we will find the most recently changed documents for ELA and Math. It is listed as a link. If you want to open the document, click on the title. The document is then opened in the Word Web app. Under the title, there is a time and date stamp, so you are able to see when the document was changed. If we look to the left side, we see Documents, Shared Resources, Discussion, Calendar, Web Resources, and Site Contents. If we look at the top of the page, above where the grade level is, we see Units of Study. This is on every page, and if we click it, it takes us to the very first landing page. And lastly, the Coach's Corner. First, we're going to take a closer look at the Documents section of the platform. If you are an elementary teacher, you will see documents for ELA, Math, and Dual Immersion. Now, just a quick note, if you are a secondary teacher, you will need to first select your subject or grade, and then you will be able to look at the Documents portion. We are going to explore Documents ELA. Once we click on Documents, we are given the choice of which unit we want to explore. We are going to take a look at Unit 1. In the unit we select, we will find the Organizer, Assessments, Miscellaneous Documents, and Performance Tasks. If we open the Organizer, we are able to see the most current version. This is located on the right side of the screen. It is important to make sure that you are always using the most current version of a document. Let's say we wanted to print the Organizer. We would click on RCD Organizer and then open the 6th grade Unit 1 Organizer. This document is opened in the Word Web app. We would click on File and then Print. The option we are given is Print to PDF. Click on the printer and then you will get a dialog box saying your PDF is ready. We have to click on the blue link to open the document as a PDF. Then we can choose the printer icon along the top and then the print. If we wanted to save a copy of the document, we would choose File and Save As. We are prompted to download the document. If we click on the icon of the paper, we will see a pop-up at the bottom of the screen. Click Save. This document has been saved under Downloads. We can close this document by clicking on the gray X on the top right side of the page. Next, we are going to take a closer look at the Shared Resources section of the platform. The Shared Resources library is a great place to share documents for a particular unit. There are several features that we are going to look at. Once we click on Shared Resources, we need to choose ELA or Math. For our video, we are going to explore ELA. Then you also need to choose which unit you are going to explore. Again, we will be using Unit 1. We are first going to explore how to add a new document. We need to click on the blue link at the top of the page that has a small plus sign and says New Document. We click on that box and a pop-up asks us what kind of file we want to load. We have a couple of choices here. We can open a web app of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or OneNote. We can also create a folder. Let's just say I had a couple of files that I wanted to upload for the novel Hatchet. I could create a folder and name it Hatchet Documents so that all the documents I could group together. The last option is to upload an existing file, which is the gray bar at the bottom. If I choose this option, I will be uploading a file already on my computer. If I select that method, I will browse for the file and select OK. The next thing we're going to look at is the rating system. We are able to rate each document by clicking on the stars. If we look below where it says Shared Resources, we see Please review the rating rubric for guidance on rating documents and topics. If we click on the small image of a paper or the rating rubric words, an image of the rating rubric is displayed. If we look at the rubric, we see there are 5 possible points to go with the 5 possible stars. The materials that we are looking at should meet the following: align to the unit, align to the essential question or big idea, address essential standard, address supporting standards, if it is easy to navigate through, and be visually appealing. This is a way we can determine if the materials are aligned to the unit. We can only rate a document once. There is one other feature to discuss before moving on. If we add a new document and later decide that we want to remove it or edit it, we can. If we open up Test Rollout and choose one of the documents, I can click on the ellipses and edit the document, or in the box that opens, choose Delete. This is because this is a document that I created and uploaded. We are going to move on and take a closer look at the next section. The next section that we will explore is the discussion section. The discussion section is a great place to ask questions of your peers. It is also a great place to share links to web pages that we find. It is good to browse through the topics for our subject or grade often to see what people are talking about, maybe find new resources to support our teaching, or answer a question asked by a colleague. Remember that this is a place to address many, not one specific person. Email would be a better platform if you wanted to ask maybe one person a question. The discussion board can be read by everyone in the grade level. We can browse by topic, which is listed in blue. If we want to read a specific topic, click on it. For our demo today, I'm going to open up the topic called ELA RI Standards. Here we have a post from a person that shared a website resource. We can respond by adding a comment at the end of the thread and then click Reply. We do have the option for editing our post and deleting our post. We can click on Edit or on the ellipses to delete the post. Once I have typed in my reply, I am going to click Reply. Now it has posted my reply. Here I have the option to edit, or if I click on the ellipses, I'm given the option to delete if I later decide that I want to change my post or edit it. The next topic we are going to discuss is adding a new discussion. We can add a new discussion by clicking on the plus sign and New Discussion. We can type in the subject or title of our discussion, and then in the body of this discussion. If I had a link I wanted to add here, after I am typed the topic, I am given a few options at the top of the page: Format Text and Insert. In Format, I can go in and change the font, size, spell check, and other options. If I click on Insert, I can insert a picture, a video clip, and links. If I click on Media Files, I can download from my computer or the internet. If I want to insert a link to a specific web page, I can click on Link from the address. Here I will give it a title or text to display, and then copy the web address into the box. If I wanted to make sure the link worked correctly, which is a good thing to check, I would click Try Link. If it took me to the page I intended, I would click OK. It would save the link in the body of the discussion. The last option is to mark if this is a question. If I were asking a question, I would check the box. This allows teachers to respond to my question and allows me to choose and mark which is the best response to my question. One additional feature in the discussion section is the Alert Me feature. If you wanted to be notified when a post was made, you can set it up to email you every time this happens. Going back to our sample discussion of ELA RI standards, we can choose List at the top. Here you will find the Alert Me feature in the Share and Track category. We will click Set Alert on this list. You can set the alert title, and that is what will appear when it notifies you. You cannot at this time change the delivery method. You can only be notified by email. The next option is the Change Type. You set what type of changes you want to be notified by. You can choose all changes, when new items are added, existing items are modified, or when items are deleted. Then you can set the alert to send when anything changes, when someone else changes a post, when someone else changes a post created by me, when someone else changes a post last modified by me, or when someone changes an item that appears in the following view. You can also set the alerts. You can choose to have them sent immediately, daily, or weekly, and then the time that you want them sent. Once you have set your preferences, select OK. We are going to move on and take a look at the next section. The next section we are going to explore is the calendar section. The calendar is going to be maintained by the coaches and unit writers. They will be adding events that pertain to the grade level. We have the capabilities to sync this calendar to our Outlook calendar. At the top of the page, we click on Calendar and then on Connect to Outlook. You must have Outlook configured to sync this calendar. If you access your email through the JUSD webpage, Outlook is not configured. There is documentation on how to configure your Outlook if you need more support. If you have Outlook configured, then after clicking Connect to Outlook, a dialog box opens and asks if you want to allow this website to open a program on your computer. Choose Allow. At this point, Outlook will open and ask to connect this SharePoint calendar to Outlook. Choose Yes, and now they are synced together. Now when you view your calendar, you will also see the grade level calendar. Remember that events you see posted here should apply to our schools across the district. Moving on to web resources. We are now going to take a look at web resources. This section of the platform is for the coaches and unit writers to share specific websites for you to reference. We are going to go ahead and explore the ELA section and then Unit 1. Once we are there, we see a few resources listed. We can click on the blue URL to be redirected to the websites. There is a spot for notes, and again, we see the star rating system. We are using the same rubric found in the Documents section to rate these web-based resources. A few things to remember when rating web pages. Is it easy to navigate through? Does it take you to the right spot? Is it aligned materials? And is it on topic? Under Web Resources, we see Site Contents. We are going to ignore this. In our next video, we are going to be exploring the Coach's Corner and the resources that can be found there.